Yo, welcome in everybody. CR Gaming up against the Mongols, kicking off here on Inferno, our first map of the day. Hopefully going to be an exciting matchup between these two teams. You know, the wacky Counter-Strike of Asia often delivers, keeps us entertained. That's what we're after. We've got 3 on B to kick off for CR. They are ready for a B hit, and you know what? They might be along the right lines with this one.
As we said, we know what the Mongols are all about when it comes towards this map. Starting on that T side, they love setting a tempo. They played this sort of which, granted, is pretty rare for the region. It's, I mean, the best way of putting it is very European-style Counter-Strike. Quite slow, methodical in terms of the approach, baiting out a lot of utility. Sort of the aim of the game for them is something which teams have tried to incorporate at times but struggle. Tyloo's a great example. They couldn't really adapt to European style. They had to go back to their roots. But the Mongols, they've really brought it into their ways, and it's very, very good in terms of how they're able to overcome some of their domestic opponents. CR Gaming, maybe something up their sleeve. They do have quite a few notable names as well. CR, they've been around for a fairly long time. So slow so far. Mongols test over towards B. Nothing spotter. Smoke will come through. Bomb going towards A.
Yeah, I decided to move away, keep the attention on B with a few smokes. So there's only going to be 2 players ready to go on this A bomb site, and risk falls pretty damn quickly. Back of the site is Kira trying to hold the line, but the gap will eventually close. Surely goes down. Does well to get 1, to be fair. What are they going to do here? Looking to maybe try and get a bit aggressive? We'll see. Wenzi, meanwhile, nice find onto Blitz. Brings it back into a 3 versus 3, and a lot of these players on the Mongol side are pretty heavily tagged. Boost over the smoke. Successful for 1. So now they have the man advantage. P250 going to have to try and use this range before the gap closes. But Hina got the headshot locked in, as does Ruben. Lovely stuff coming through. A great retake there from CR.
Not a bad start. Not a bad start at all. I guess, you know, for the Mongols, you'll take that silver lining. Bomb going down. Bit of money to work in towards the next. But really solid start. CR Gaming, it's a great retake. And retaking that A site, notoriously very difficult. Not often you see a side like the Mongols who look so flustered in the situation, right? They really looked uncomfortable when it came towards playing that post plant. They were never able to set themselves up into crossfires, and credit, CR Gaming. They'll start off well. Nice, comfortable buy for them. Triple M4 when that's scouting towards the hands of Risk, and Akira will pick up the MP9 with Util. Towards the Mongols, we see a double Galil setup. Just a few Deegs alongside it. I have to say, though, Annihilation, he's pretty damn handy with the hand cannon, so gotta be careful of him.
Early bit of nade damage onto Techno. He's up close and personal here. Oh, the flash is just a sliver too late. Ruben made it round the corner to spot his opponent. There's nobody around to recover that Galil as well, so it's a pretty bad start for the Mongols, all things considered.
Yeah, could be a little bit better, let's be honest. It's been uncomfortable so far. We're not actually seeing, really, the Mongols take the reins in this game. Something that they're pretty used to doing. It's slow in terms of their approach, but not successful. In this round, especially if 1, 2 more fall, they might even just call for another save. Keep hold of what they've got and kind of regroup in towards the next. You see it happen occasionally. They are still committed to going towards B. It's a double stack over towards New Box with 1 boosted up. That's the call to arms. Time starting to tick, and a smoke dropped in front of them as well. That's just going to make their life horrible. They have to wait out the smoke. It's not going to leave a lot of time here to clear out that site.
Fair bit of utility to roll over, though. The new box molly, the second orange molly as well, really going to force him into an awkward spot. Ruben is just melting. He's going to go down, left up blind, but Hina from new box will capitalize by the fact that maybe they thought it was safe, thanks to the boost, of course. Traders there from Blitz. Still a man advantage. Ooh, Annihilation as the smoke dissipates, catches the frag onto Kira. Very big deal indeed. Risk has only got a scout. Not ideal here. Gets overwhelmed, leaving it all on to Wenzi with the M4. Got a kit available, but getting through 2 here is going to be a real challenge. They're set up in some very good post plants, and Annihilation. There it is. Hand cannon sings out loud for his 3rd of the round.
Not bad. We sung it. We said that it's a possibility. And exactly what happens, happens. Nice shot. Nice response as well coming through. The Mongols now into a position of, well, a little bit of favour, right? We're starting to see them build up that repertoire. I mean, maybe a little bit of a slow start. We've all been there. Mongols, they're alive and kicking now. course, a pretty comfortable buy heading in towards the next as expected. But for CR Gaming, it is unfortunate. No cash left in those back pockets, so just pistols for them to work with round number 3. Safe to say this one's going to be less than adequate. It's going to be a tough round to try and convert in their favor.
Oh, that's Tekno. Gives his position away a little, but he's not frightened. Still takes the fight, still wins it. Leaves that B bomb site pretty vulnerable. Rotation coming in from Kira here, but they're keeping attention on A as well. Going to try and take some brackets control. Bartek nearly caught off, but looks around in the nick of time. Flash to try and keep them at bay. Not really going to be able to do too much. You can see on your minimap how the smokes have come through here. They'll try and get aggressive towards the CT area. Again, another close one, but Tekno getting the better. This automatic weaponry just looks too strong to deal with ultimately. Round will be over off the back of that, and it looks set. I didn't even get the words out. I was going to say to be a flawless round, but Ruben's got other ideas. It's only a Mac 10 that he drops, but it's always nice and might give a bit of pressure into the follow-up round as well. He can drop that CZ, you know, so keep the action up here. But it looks like he wants to stick around. And for his trouble, for his sins, he will lose his head.
Risk, he's all alone over towards A. He'll save this. Well, no problems asked, to be honest. He should be absolutely fine. Question is, of course, is it going to make too much of a difference? Not really. Only the one casualty over towards the Mongols. They have, well, no complaints in that round at all. There's a second being picked up. It's going to be the second part as well of an double eco over towards CR Gaming. So once again, no investment to come through. They just, well, simply cannot afford it. Absolutely nothing to work with in terms of the funds. They have to try and stick around that 2k mark. There's no real point force buying in here. So the Mongols should, pretty kind of uncontested, pick up a third here. No problems asked. 1 Deagle, 4 USPSs, 1 set of armor, and no utility to work with. It should be more or less a massacre. And they haven't even gone for a gamble stack. 2 over towards B, 3 towards A. It's actually a pretty standard setup as things stand, but the nade is just chunking them down, and Ruben says bye in a matter of moments.
Simple and easy. Smoke towards CT. It's been pretty run-of-the-mill stuff here from the Mongols so far. They will once again attack in towards this B-bomb site, which, you know, just looks to be the move. And I think we might get a somewhat anticlimactic one to finish off here. They're going to stack that A side of things and I guess hope that a lurker comes their way or something along those lines. But obviously no action is going the way of the CT side right now. Will be a little fight towards middle. Bartek feeling his head. The Deagle in particular does worry you ever so slightly. He's left pretty low. Calls on some cavalry to help him out. And indeed, Annihilation will do just that. Smoke goes down and it stops those fights from coming in. So again, Mongols trying to find yet another near flawless round on this one, which I think they should be able to do. Nice and easy. So simple stuff so far. As we talk about an awful lot, though, the buy not going to be perfect from CR Gaming. You know, you get reset on that force buy. Sure. It really is a disastrous spot that you find yourself in, especially on that CT side, man. So a real challenge, I think, for the CTs to get back into this game. Mongols are very, very quickly picking up momentum.
Yeah, sounds good. I think right now we're seeing the Mongols just kind of going through the strides. I don't think, apart from, of course, the pistol, that post-bomb's a little shaky, but for the most part, it's just been pretty easy. Plain sailing. We're not really seeing the Mongols do anything kind of too audacious or too kind of special. Right now, it's just pretty standard, simple Counter-Strike, and CR Gaming with the less adequate economy they've had to work with. We haven't really been able to have a conversation. Now we can, though. Into round number 5. 4 buys out both ways. M4A1S is on display for the CT side. They have to convert it, but an open play for Annihilation. He was good with the hand cannon. Now he's got the full one. He has to make that one sing. Flashes over towards Banana. A lot of util coming through as well. Aztec for the most part actually going to respect it. Nade will come through and there's a little bit of tick damage. Nothing too special. Spotted on the corner. We'll find the first and the double as well. It's just comfortable. Easy double entries coming through. That's the B site open.
Looking all too easy at the moment for the side of the Mongols. I think it'll be an instant save from CR Gaming. They are absolutely flying ahead right now on this T side of things. Kind of what we expected a little bit, right? I think there is an argument you move into the playoffs. CR Gaming, it's kind of new territory for them. There's going to be a lot more pressure, and I think certainly some jitters coming into it. And then you play off against this Inferno, which at the moment for Mongols is an internationally played map and one map for them as well. So I think they're going to be very confident on it when it comes to domestic Counter-Strike. Really don't have too much to worry about here on that Mongol side of things, and they're definitely showing that. They're proving that point right now with some very, very clean rounds. And you see CR Gaming tried to go for something a bit different, tried to pull off some aggression. It just doesn't work. And now even the save is under threat as all 5 of the Mongols are here to try and eliminate these remaining players. I think they might just get away with it. Indeed, they do. Risk will stay alive with a double. Actually finds himself a triple overall there, so does some decent damage as well towards the tail end of the round, but we need to start seeing the CR Gaming boys compete for the rounds themselves, not just finding exits.
Okay, so where we stand now. That was the first real kind of opening conversation where we get to look at what CR Gaming are about. When it comes towards our CT side, it's double entry from Azteca, and that's the round done in a matter of moments. That's how quick it can be, and that's kind of what the Mongols can do. They can, in a matter of moments, completely flip the script. Just nothing really CR Gaming can do in that round. They just get completely blown out of the water, and it's more of the same. Azteca making these entries look easy. Sticking around, Ruben, it's the wrong idea. And he gets dropped through the smoke by Techno. This is a masterclass right now, Scriv, and it's a completely one-sided affair.
Yep. All too easy at the moment for the Mongols. Not even making them sweat, bro, is kind of the issue, right? Yes, you're on the half buy, but since winning the force buy, we've had 5 very quick rounds and very decisive rounds from the Mongols. You can kind of see that with some of the richer players. Annihilation, Techno, really starting to build up the cash. What a find from Techno as well as the entries in towards B here. Just Kira on the site. Can't do anything. 3K out from Techno, and yeah, this is kind of perfect Counter-Strike that the Mongols are playing right now.
Not a foot wrong. Not a foot wrong at all. One will go down, and of course for Wednesday. And you've kind of got 2 ideas, right? You can maybe even poke around. See if you could play for exits, or you can lurk and see if you can do the same. He actually is in and around an AK-47 in the hands of Bartek, but he was going the wrong way. Bartek was waiting for him. He was sneaking past him. Ships in the night. They didn't know each other were there. And they will fall away. Guns being dropped out of the map as well. Smartly played. Just making sure that CR Gaming have nothing to work with. Making sure that they don't have any sort of chance of building up an economy. He's poking around over towards ramp. He might be dropped in due time as well. Back turn. Hello. Techno. I don't think he spotted him. This could get a little bit dicey on the way out. He'll get one. And he's traded immediately straight after. So a consolation kill. We'll give him that. But it won't be anything too special. 4-round lead. This T side right now is all simple. It's probably the best way to put it. There's just not really any sort of a foot being put wrong. You have to ask questions as well to CR Gaming. They're getting these things like loss bonus, which gives them kind of pretty consistent buys, but they're finding such minimal success. Once again, it all comes down to something so easy. A double entry towards top banana. The most simple things, but Azteca and Techno make it look easy.
Yep, we'll see whether we get a challenge in this round. Techno is going to get taken down through the smoke. They go for a highly aggressive play on the CR Gaming side. Love to see it, right? I'm so happy that their confidence has not been knocked by the way that these early rounds have been going, to be honest with you. And you'd maybe expect them to be like, all right, let's just play safe, play on sites, and turtle up, so to speak. Don't lose anyone early on, but they go for the opposite, and it works out for them. So we'll see what the Mongols play like when they're a man down. First time in the rifle rounds, especially, that we've seen them have to play from a deficit.
Already. Another shot coming through onto Annihilation. The flash as well could be good for yet a third, and it will. Brilliant from Ruben. Perfect response off the back of 2 less than adequate rounds. He'll tuck his head over towards back quad. They're still going to keep kind of pushing this agenda over towards that of B. Bartek's been spotted crossing. And the flash might be good enough to shut down that tempo. And also backing up rotations. You can see Risk rotating over towards CT.
Still giving it a go on the Mongol side of things, though. Hino with some great damage through the smoke there. Risk can't really do much at this stage of the game, but he's got the right idea. He does indeed sense that there's a push coming towards him, finds the frag, leaves it all down to Bartak. Not a chance. So, CR Gaming get their first rifle round, get it completely flawlessly as well. They have proven to themselves that they can beat the Mongols. It's just a question of stringing a few more together and closing this gap now. We'll see what the Mongols have in response. It started off a bit negatively. Sometimes it can be difficult, right, when some guy gets super aggressive and just spams a smoke. What can you really be expected to do, I suppose? So we'll see now. They have to swing the odds back in their favor and just not play into that sort of RNG Counter-Strike in the banana area in particular.
For sure, man. And it's one of those things as well for CR Gaming. It's all well and good that we've now seen them, you know, coming towards that round, pretty confidently take it in their favor, but we need to start finding consistency. We can't have these kind of flash-in-the-pan moments. Consecutive rounds on the board is where you're going to start pushing the Mongols a distance. This is a side who are well-trained veterans of the elite scene. Need to see whether CR have anything left in the locker, how much prep they've done, how ready they are. And in that round, or this start of the round, very good. Hastacker will fall. There's the entry fragger gone.
Not ideal. Pretty big name to be losing as well. He's been fragging relatively well. Still, again, going to hit towards B. Perfect flash comes round for Hina to work with. Mowing them down. Leaving Annihilation on the island. Beautiful stuff from CR Gaming. It's nice and simple, just playing off of each other, but so far, so good to find themselves yet another round in a row.
Annihilation, got to save it. He's still poking around. Surely the call is just to keep hold of what he's got. Save that AWP. He is going to fall. And of course, in doing so, meaning there's going to be, well, they'll have money, but not exactly going to be the most consistent one. Bartak on 2.5k. The call is going to be straight away to fall by a blitz. No real questions asked there at all. But yeah, that was not a good round coming through. The Mongols looked a little bit flustered, is probably the best way to put it. Slightly discombobulated in the way in which they approached that one. And of course, in doing so, has left them looking, well, shaky. 5-3 on the scoreline. CR Gaming putting up a, well, fairly decent response. In all fairness to them, it's exactly what we want to be seeing. Consistency coming through, and the CT side starting to actually limit the control Mongols were getting on those earlier buy rounds. This is what it's all about.
Moving in fast. Still not afraid of the B hits, apparently. And this time around, CR Gaming are a little flustered. Going to get a late boost in, though. Results in a double. Absolutely massive stuff. They will get the bomb down on that Mongol side of things. Cost them nearly everything, though. Bartek just survives on 1 HP to get that bomb planted. Still going to be a difficult retake here. Stacked on top of each other. A couple AKs to work with. Have to play it perfectly on the CR Gaming side of things. A lot of utility left to use. Smoke towards Banana. That puts Blitz out of action. Flashes coming round. Bartak on high. It's actually Blitz that gets aggressive through the smoke. Love that. Ruben's going to take out Bartak, but the spin around comes in from Annihilation to indeed annihilate any chance of a retake from CR Gaming.
That's a crazy, crazy 180 as well. Those last 2 kills coming through from Annihilation. Chris, he's running out of ammo. That alone is, oh, special. Special to say the least. What a round. The Mongols, they were in desperate need of just someone to make a difference. Finally, they get given it. Wasn't doing so. Now, this game once again starting to have a pretty decent little room for the Mongols to not feel all too stressed just yet. Ruben pushing down aggressive in towards mid. He poked head into a second. He would have got a freebie. We'll find Blitz for free though. Spot a second. And Ruben, that's Chris. Bartak the 4. Lovely double.
Big nade onto Haztecker as well. Starts to seal this one in. Wendy waiting for a flash. It's perfect, as is the double spray down. Glorious once again. These rounds have really picked up pace, I have to say. CR Gaming, though, are starting to match it. And indeed be ready for it. Techno to take a name. Any damage in a situation like this is always going to be good. Just drop some rifles. Still do have the lead, and 6 rounds early on the T side is pretty damn good. space for a bomb plan. He only has to find Wenzy, and then the A bomb site looks a bit more vulnerable. Kira's on the way to bolster things here. And indeed will do so. Off angle being held, watching this balcony area, so not going to be easy for Techno to make his way out. As soon as he reveals himself, he should go down, and there it is. So, now within 2, CR Gaming. Decent little run here and keeping it competitive. They just lost a round against the half buy, you know, but not shaken by it.
Yeah, I'm going to say, it's actually, so far, more competitive than a lot of people initially on the surface would have said. I mean, this is looking, actually, like a competitive game. The Mongols, I think they maybe came in towards this one a little bit overconfident, a little bit too of the kind of the mindset, the expectation that they should just walk over their opponent. They've not really been doing anything too kind of, you know, special and different. We know what they're like when it comes towards international Counter-Strike. Not seeing this standardness that has been the kind of the case on the Mongols, where they're very aggressive, but their control of games is brilliant. The way in which they set tempo and pace makes them such a scary side to play against, because they always got you on your toes. Right now, it's been pretty meta kind of stuff. Simple, nothing too special, and unfortunately, it's not been too much of a problem for CR Gaming to get back into this. Eno will spray through the smoke, gets one. Ruben for a double, make that a triple. He's going to trade it out with a Glock, but it's nothing more than a little consolation kill. Just a Glock, so not expecting anything. CR Gaming, go within 1.
And very quickly they've got here, to be fair. You really do have to give them credit where it's deserved. In all honesty, and some pretty clean rounds in there as well. I thought, you know, off the back of the early run, 5-1 for Mongols. Needed maybe 1 or 2 rifle rounds, and it's like the half is theirs. There's absolutely no chance that CR get back into it. So just when you're in the pressure zone, in that key spot where it's like, here's your chance to still recover the half, gain a lead, and take control of the game, that's exactly when Chaoran come into it. So really, really impressed on the timing, really impressed on their composure, and just the fact that they kept their confidence up with some of the aggressive plays.
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. So, balls coming through. You probably expect actually called by the Mongols, but unfortunately, we don't really know too much. But you would expect, right? Just because I think they desperately needed the conversation. It had to be had. Now, though, we reset, regroup. Once again, looking in towards now, making a bit of a difference. This T-side has some firepower to work with, but it's not really consistent. Double AK-1 Galil, Deagle, and a MAC-10. To round it all off, it's a little bit all over the place. And that's one of those things that makes you just feel so slightly kind of uncomfortable. Around that Techno above the smoke, the flash catches him. He had the angle, and he just has to fall off it.
We'll see here with another weak buy for the Mongols. Not sure I'm a massive fan of this buy, to be fair. Really will give Chaoran a good chance at coming back into the game after a buy like this goes south. And that is, of course, if it goes south. So, Mongols putting a lot of their chips in once again. Feeling fairly confident in their B hit, looking to group up pretty much all 5 players. Spartak's not that far away from the action, will join them as well. So, yep, going to go flying in. 2 towards CT, 1 boosted up. They have to be prepared for this, and I think a rotation coming round as well. If he gets in at good time, another fresh smoke to go down. I'm not sure he's here fast enough, unfortunately, so they will be able to make their way in. Player up on the boost. Has yet to activate. There he goes. Only good for 1 so far. Takes that 1 frag, drops down. Unfortunately, his teammates are not able to hold in the same sort of strength, so it is looking good for Mongols as they take control of the B bomb site. Bomb goes down. Couple recovered weapons as well. So looking pretty healthy here. Oh, what a find from Annihilation. Spartak also chiming in. So just Hina, the only one that's found a frag in the round, is the only one that's now left hidden away behind those sandbags and looking to concede things here. Mongols able to hold on to their lead.
Look at the last of Hina. He is still lurking around. They might find him on the way out. And they will. Lovely shot. All scooped up as well. Great response from the Mongols, especially considering that buy was haphazard. It was all over the place. They had 2 pistols coming through alongside a MAC-10. It was less than adequate. They make it work. The Mongols up to 7, so slowly but surely still keeping this story alive on this T side. If they go in towards the half, at the very minimum 8, I think we'd feel actually pretty happy just because of how shaky and janky things have been so far. CR Gaming, they'll be kicking themselves. That's a prime opportunity to tie up this game. They've let it slip. Of course, kind of their money slipped as well. MP9 just in the hands of Ruben. He'd have taken a lot of damage to the nade.
Bit of spam down through the smoke. Nothing quite landing for CR Gaming, so not going to get their early frag that they are after. Having to give up the banana control as well as the Mongols come in to steal it away. Looks like an A hit this time around, which is very different indeed. I think we've seen Mongols probably 95% of the time, I would say, go towards the B site. Let's get to the smoke down. 2 towards long. Keep their attention over here. It looks like they are actually going to try and fight it. Kira just dry swings in. Risk, meanwhile, with a positional change. Could be smart. Could get a catch. They seem to have heard it, though. Smoke goes down. CT control here for the T side. Blitz. Trying to be cheeky. He sort of went in the smoke, out of the smoke. It makes his life very difficult all the same. Nice wide swing from Hazteka to find Wenzi. And maybe with that, we start to see the save come in. To be honest, they're locked in the library area. No real space for the CTs to work with. And I don't think they feel too confident in this one. Take the AWP into the next. Pretty important indeed. But Mongols looking set to take the lead in the half. And as Ruben goes down there trying to escape, it will indeed confirm the round. So, yeah, 8 rounds coming in. Mongols, pretty confident stuff so far. Keeping control of the game. Certainly, Chaoran closing the gap, coming back into things, but it's not quite good enough at the moment.
Yeah, I gotta say, it's they've had their moments, right? But generally, it does come down to consistency once again. Risk holding with the AWP. He might keep it alive in towards the next. The only thing is, around that corner is Bartek. One flash. And he got a freebie. Got up against it. So, with 2 remaining alive on either side, is going to be the 8 that we spoke about. For the Mongols, that's a comfort point, right? That's where we can feel a little bit easier about this situation. Actually, still a world as well, in which they go in to the half of a very respectable 10 rounds. CR Gaming looking a little bit shaky, and if this round goes south, it more or less confirms it. Kind of feels like the Hail Mary for CR Gaming in towards the penultimate round of the half. All the money, all the chips to the middle of the felt. And this one, open play there for Risk is good. Just try and keep Annihilation at bay.
Oh, double nade on the corner. It's going to land perfectly. Ruben just stepped out into them. Nearly goes down to it, but a great bit of opening damage for the Mongols, of course, to try and find yet another round. Banana control coming in, but again, looking towards the A side of things. Feeling confident over here at the latter stage of the half where they weren't at the start. Nice find from Risk around the smoke. Never the most reliable, that long smoke, so Risk certainly proving wide to find the first for CR Gaming.
At the moment, you took coming over. Risk posted on towards long as well. Seeking for an opportunity, but not really being given anything for the time being. It's Kieran towards backside, has to go huge. Alongside Wendy, one apiece. That's massive, looking for more, and he will just about find it, leaving Annihilation all alone. An ace clutch need, and let's be honest, asking just a tad too much.
Kira will find the final frag onto Annihilation. Not able to get into the round, really, on the Mongol side of things. So, CR looking to bring it as close as damn it. It's going to be a broken buy from the side of Mongols as well. Feels good, therefore, for them to start working their way through and find that 7th round on the CT side of things, which I think is, you know, fairly respectable and a decent recovery as well. As said, started off the game pretty slowly. The wind-up has been pretty effective, though, from the CT side, so fairly confident in what we'll see from them on the T end of things. Keeping things competitive here is really great to see against the region favourite.
Agreed. Oh, exactly that. At least looking competitive right now. Fan around over half. Of course, the money is all over the shop for the Mongols. It's never really had that conclusive economy. This kind of feels like a prime example of it. With 2 pistols, but then a Galil, an AK and an AWP. Utility. A little on the lower side as well, but they're going to aggress over towards the A site. Coming through Azteca. All fine went in towards backside. Risking the orb comes alive, but needing more from him. And he's swinging through. It's a risky one through the smoke. And Yuto should keep him at bay.
Techno, though, will manage to find the frag onto Risk. Pretty big deal, as it, I think, really makes this retake look difficult. There's a fresh Moto smoke down. Ruben trying to move in through short. Flash comes around for him to try and cross, but there's so many players that need to be blinded. It would have to be the best flash you've ever seen in your entire life. 9-6 at the turn of the half. Decent stuff from the Mongols, but a great recovery from CR. As we've said, we will be taking a break here before we move into the second half, so stick with us. Hello, everybody. Welcome back into the second half here. We are very ready, of course, to get into things, as it was a relatively close one, 9-6. CR Gaming with the recovery. The Mongols still keeping control of the game, moving on to their CT side. So a pretty important pistol here if CR really do want to close that gap and keep things competitive on their opponent's map pick. Ooh. and Wenzy will be the first to fall. So, not the best of starts. Love the aggressive move coming in from Annihilation. Risk going to get caught on a timing. 5 versus 3 straight out of the gate.
Not a bad start. Not a bad start at all. Kind of leaves now with an awkward position, in fact, unless they can find a couple of kills. But Techno answers right back on towards Ruben. And the rest of the Wicked for the Mongols. A pretty solid first half, 9-6, especially off the back of it looking a bit uncomfortable at times. They clawed it back at the latter stages. And CR Gaming not starting well in towards this pistol. Unless they can pull something out of nothing. Hina will find one. Kira will answer as well. And that cracks open the A side. Now the Mongols are playing retake.
Certainly a scary prospect here. Down to just 2. Not looking good at all. Oh, a great find from Techno, though. Keep things open. Hina playing close to the smoke. They'll go flying in. He can't find the frag. He actually gets the second player. He knows what's up. And now going for a weird reposition. I think Blitz is going to be totally unready for this. Hina playing things safe. Knows that he's after him. There's not a lot of time left on that bomb. Blitz failing the taps as well. It's so awkward. It's not really pretty to look at. Hina's got so much time to work with. Knows that he has to come towards him and wins out the round. What a recovery from CR Gaming in the pistol.
Gotta say, that's really poorly played in the end there from the Mongols. It's a 2 versus 4. All things considered. And they're so isolated in the way they're playing. The long and the short players aren't playing together, so there's no ability to trade. Cracks up in the A side, then they're playing retake, and once again, CR Gaming can isolate those fights. The Mongols kind of become their own worst enemy there. Has to be said. Oh, well. Where we stand right now, they'll be kicking themselves, the Mongols, for losing that one. And the buy that comes in towards the next is pretty damn brutal. A scout for Annihilation. A few pistols. And that's more or less all we've got to work with. Bits of utility to try and alleviate some of the pressure. Realistically, should be CR Gaming hot on their tails. They've got a prime opportunity, in fact, to tie this game up 9 apiece. This is a big investment by the Mongols. If they take them down, no buy in towards the next.
Back 10. Ooh, was going to go through. Flash is coming in, though. That's going to give them a bit more confidence. Blitz turns back into one. He was ready for the first, but not quite the second. So that's unfortunate. They are starting to bolster the defense pretty well, but... And then Annihilation goes flying in with his scout. Not a chance. Looks good for the conversion here, then. Techno is around with the 5-7. He looks to be excitable in the arch area. Wanting a fight. He's going to get one. Just a question of where it comes from first. Oh, here we go. 5-7 into a Galil. Only able to get one, though, unfortunately. So, gap closing. Should be 9-9 before we know it.
So, what we've said off the back of losing that pistol, at least when it happened in towards the first half, they lost the pistol, but then they won the force buy. So, not the end of the world this time. Of course, not to be. Like you mentioned, yeah, this should be them tying this game up. The buy for the Mongols, it's on the low side, just Blitz and the Deagle alongside Techno. And one nade for Bartak. They should get absolutely blown out of the water. It's a good opportunity as well for Wenzy and that Mac 10, who's been just a little bit quiet. I mean, Hina's been the main port of call. 21-8 Hina sits right now. Only 5 kills, but that Mac 10 could farm a lot of cash. Because there is, well, quite a lot of unarmored opponents on the other side. That should be free money in the bank. Techno looking in. Pop shots, no success. Fourth alive, able to reset and make it a double. Oh, not like this, CR Gaming. Not like this. Finds 2 and he falls away alive.
Uh-oh. This could get a little silly now. Gonna get another as well on the secondary Deagle from Blitz. They're massively split on the CR Gaming side. The bomb. Unsure of where to go. Techno will get taken down. That's 1. A few more to get. Before we start to feel confident. Risk just misses the window of opportunity there to drop a player. Get the weaponry down. Get the weaponry working here. Risk is gaining space on B. Hoping to draw attention away. And it might work. There is only 1 player left on the A side of things. Ruben takes him down. Now going to be bombs spotted. Blitz. Oh, nearly giving his life away. Keeping Risk preoccupied, I suppose, at the very least. 25 seconds to get that bomb down. And Ruben is playing a little timid, a little scared. Not sure of where to look. Bartak, meanwhile, creeping in. Surely should hear Risk coming from middle. Swings out, doesn't win the fight, leaves him on 6 HP. Ruben, though, will go down to Annihilation. There's only 8 seconds to get the bomb down. Annihilation gets up and will find the double at the end with the USP. Ridiculous scenes from the Mongols as they spend $1,400 and come away with a round win.
Yeah, they that is the epitome of a full eco. They didn't have armor. I mean, that's how bad it was. The CR game, you can't be losing that round. Let's not beat around the bush. They cannot be losing that sort of round. It was 2 Deegs and 3 USPSs, 1 HE grenade. That's all the Mongols had. And they're taking down AKs and Galils with full armor and util. That's a brutal one to lose, but it also has that double D gun towards balcony. Mongols for 10. Big nade coming through as well. Hina dropped to 51 start the round. And once again, the CR Gaming side, they've answered back with a full buy. Oh, triple AK, Galil. That Deagle for Risk. Has to find something once again. That was a brutal showing previous.
Ooh, nice shot from Risk. Couple of strong rifles here. Got to be careful. Techno is confident with the peak. Maybe argue overconfident, but gets himself too. So who is the wiser, really? That is a wrap smoke coming in. So maybe a look towards B here from the remaining T players. Or just walk through their own smoke. Is it a genius move? Blitz says no, as he mows down the final 2 players. Yeah,
questionable, to say the least. You know, Blitz just parked them in towards mini pit, holding for exactly that play. I guess one of those things, right? You drop a lurk smoke coming through, it gives you the ability to wrap in towards CT, but by dropping the smoke, in a way, the Mongols were expecting it. So they try and do something a little bit different. They try and say, okay, you're expecting us to go to CT, but the Mongols don't fall for the bluff. Ready waiting, and Blitz makes a double on the way out. Lovely Counter-Strike now starting to play on that CT side. A 3-round buffer once again picked up at 11-8. And well, unfortunately for CR Gaming, those funds are limited. It is Glocks across the board, a double flash. And for them, all they're looking for, just a bomb plant to be nice. Gives them some money to work in towards next, with a deep nade coming in, that's huge. And lots of damage being done off the back of it.
Looking good. Nade rings down, shots ring down. 2 to get through here at the top end of Banana. Oh my goodness. Hina with the Glock. There you go. Going to do some damage at the very least to make sure that the CT economy does not spiral ahead, which is pretty important. You don't want that CT economy being too strong. You always want to have the threat of the reset. But Mongols, they turned that 1 round that they won into 3 in total. May as well have won the pistol, right? They've grown the lead in the same sort of way. So CR Gaming, I think, will be kicking themselves a little that they've allowed this to happen, and it puts a lot of pressure onto this upcoming rifle round.
Deep nade, that can do damage, and it will. Hina gets caught. Hina's really been a star over towards that side. Currently 23-11, but Skira the first to fall, who has remained quiet, 6-15. Flash in the corner. Hina forced away off the back of the nade as well. Starting off this round, 55 points of HP, not exactly the nicest. Expecting people up close and around the smoke. Little did they know, they've actually got top Banana for free. It's bottom Banana, which is nothing to be worried about. As Ruben and Hina are waiting, and they're lurking, they're sitting in the smoke, and the AWP will peek and find them. It's a wonderful 1-2 setup. As Azteca reclaims the space, and surely that's the round done.
Some of the levels that Mongols are able to bring, bro, after, you know, all their experience that they've built over the past few months playing the international Counter-Strike, just looking so clean together. And I think we really saw that level of coordination come out from CR Gaming at all. Blitz down mid. Drops the bomb. That'll definitely confirm the round now with only 40 seconds. Wenzy to get through 5. They might not expect him from lower here. So he could pop up and catch 1. Oh. Looking the wrong way. Unfortunate. 13 rounds coming in. Mongols streaking ahead now, making the CT side look very scary indeed.
Yeah, I mean, it is just pretty simple now. I just think, unfortunately, CR Gaming, they just don't seem to have anything in the locker to really push them off the site. Even getting towards that B site so far has actually been impossible. They're yet to get there. A site, little bit of success, but that was before the full buys came into play. TheMongolz looking on fire. CR Gaming, second part of a double eco for them as well into this one. So, Tech 9s across the board, 1P250. All they've got to work with. Again, like we said, a bomb plant which alleviates so much of this pressure financially. Give them that buy they're so desperate to have to, you know, in some way compete. Right now, I'm not being given really anything. Once again, in theory, on paper, this should be that 14 for the Mongols. For the most part, pretty uncontested. Maybe a couple of consolations. The Mongols have been looking so cool, calm, collected in most of these situations.
Yeah, really been impressive so far, hasn't it? I think set to continue in a certain sense, definitely in this round. But yeah, really fiery stuff from the Mongols to just retain their lead and stay confident, keep presence in most of the rounds, particularly out towards Banana, those types of areas. I think really worrying that CR are unable to contest as much. We'll see a bit of fighting back and forth in this round, though. The Tech 9s leading the charge. Kira will get caught in between two Molotovs, so at the very least it is back. Careful, Annihilation. An aggressive peek, but he wins out the fight. Tina has an AK and armor, so keep your eyes on him. It's the guy we're expecting to do some real damage here. Maybe on the backside as well, as they are moving in from Banana. Catches one flash in hand. Not ready for the second player. Annihilation as well. Perfect timing. Drops the planter just before he gets the bomb down. It's all on Tahina. And he's made it doable with the 2 kills on the backside. Takes a tag. Takes a leg. Annihilation going to know this. There's no time, though. There's no time. Just play safe. He can't find you. And the round will go the way of Mongols. That is awfully close. The spam is really close as well. CR Gaming, I think, will be kicking themselves. They couldn't convert that one.
Yeah, that was their best opportunity as well, especially off the entry they find. But at the very least, I guess we can kind of say the silver lining of that being that was a low buy. Now they've got money to work with. So in theory, got the firepower. They've got an understanding and idea that the B site may be a little bit weaker than they initially anticipated. They can try and make something of this. Like you mentioned, the full investment coming in and open play for Risk. AKs across the board. Wednesday will pick one up momentarily. Off the back of this tack pause. A desperately needed tack pause as well for CR Gaming. I'm going to call it. They're going to try and have a conversation about, well, what's next? How do they find desperate rounds, which they're in kind of need of to stay alive in towards their opponent's map pick? Right now, they are being given absolutely nothing. 14-8. The Mongols essentially win this. You win the map, it'll break the economy of CR Gaming unless they get a bomb plant. Yes, they got loss bonus. It might not be enough for them to get anything more than Galil's. They coming through and Hina eats the bulk of a double. Down to 18 start the round before he's even seen anyone.
Cheeky swap across of the AWP, of course. How do they find a way back into this round, dude? I just really am not feeling it on the CR side of things. Another nade to continue the chip damage coming through. Hino falls. Oh, ho, ho, Ruben, though. Right place, right time, baby. Lands that spray down. Oh, it's a deep CT smoke. Could be out of the question. However, the bomb has been dropped. My guy. Overzealous from him. Will give his life away. We were back into a 3 versus 3 for a second, and he just goes a bit too far with it. These deep CT smokes are real pesky, though. Real difficult to get through. Nice follow of the traces from Bartak. Boost up above the smoke. It's not as good as you think. Annihilation going to drop the bomb. Leaves it in a 2 versus 1. All of a sudden, they've recovered this back. Left it to Kira. And the smoke now going to dissipate. He's got one of his own, but he's opting to take the dangerous way across, looking for a scrap. But he gets caught out in the open, and 15 secured for the Mongols. Great round recovery from them.
What a way to do it. And when it comes down to Annihilation, that rope shot spotting the crossover with the bomb, that's what it's all about. 15-8, CR Gaming, another really good opportunity which falls flat, and of course in doing so, means their opportunities are so limited. Glidden play for Wenzy. AKs across the board, but by picking up AKs means utility's limited. The Glils give them some utility in the belt. It is a horrible situation to be in. 15-8, and the Mongols are on absolute fire. Nade's not finding any sort of success this round. Techno's boosted up, and Hina might walk straight into it. Wouldn't even expect it coming back over towards that of Ram. But Ruben will find the first. Annihilation crossing mid, gets caught.
Big catch indeed. Wenzy trying to gain some space out towards short here. Azteca will bring it back for just a split second. Awkward fight for Blitz, but he manages to clean up house. And Kira not wanting to give the advantage back, not wanting to give his life away. They are very quickly hightailing it towards B, though, and our guy Azteca is ahead of the curve on this one. A little close with the spam, but not able to get it done. Meanwhile, down middle in towards Banana is what they're looking for. Kira can't stop them. Problematic now. Another man advantage for Mongols to deal with. Looking very good. They've got decent amount of utility remaining, and of course the kits to work with. Flash over the top. Get that molly into a decent spot if we can. Azteca towards dark with it. Hina gonna peek out. Finds one. Oh, it's risk. I thought he'd spun around to find it. Nonetheless, it'll be Blitz to hold the game here, to try and stay alive, but can't do it. CR Gaming will battle for a few more rounds.
One more round, at the very least. That's a great one to be taken. Especially considering the man disadvantage on this side, CR Gaming were looking under pressure. Post plants, Amaka, lovely couple of shots being hit. I think honestly for the Mongols, they just didn't use the utility as effective as you would have hoped. Smoking over towards Coffins already helped. Used it very, very early. Those flashes they could have held on a little bit later. CR Gaming stay alive, but money is no issue to rebuy in. Annihilation getting caught early into that previous round crossing mid. That was something that became so costly. And Azteca has taken so much damage. Actually, they might overlook the position. Now they have. He'll get one. Quickly traded. But Wendy, Kira, Ruben all combining. Take the numbers in favor of CR Gaming.
Oh, what's happened there?
Oh, no.
Techno. Thought surely that was his, but... Man, he doesn't get overlooked in the end. That's kind of one of those where you step away from it. You go, what is that guy doing? You know, like he just didn't fully peek round the corner. Going through the protocols in his mind, and he was like, oh, I should probably check sandbags, you know? Yeah. Unfortunate. So, looking good here for CR Gaming. Bartak. It's going to be an eco in the next round anyway. I think this one's kind of futile. Just take that M4, see what you can find in the next, yeah. And he does indeed go for that, so... There you are, CR. Chaoran staying alive a little while longer here.
And the Mongols as well. Actually, someone uncomfortable position for them in the sense that they are only going to have this orb to work with in towards the next. It's pretty uncomfortable unless they opt for a really weird force fight around it, which granted is something they actually enjoy doing. Would be likes of maybe upgraded pistols and armor or MP9s. Very limited utility. How do they play this one? Do they maybe have the orb but just kind of play very passive and not really do all too much? Or are we going to be looking at this in terms of buying around that AWP? It's looking like the answer is no. Full eco for the most part coming through. One smoke's all they got to work with. Three players make their way over towards that B. Bartak's got the scoped weapon. He needs to make it sing. Yeah, he's up until half warm. So actually, not a bad opportunity to maybe try and find a little pick here. Splits holds and waits. He kind of actually definitely would have heard Kira coming over, but now he's been spotted crossing.
Oh, perfect frag from Kira. It does take a dink in the process, but it's a big one. All five towards the A side of things. Going to move by along. Really going to be hard here, isn't it? Azteca is the only one on balcony. Going hunting, but will lose his life. So, Operation Save the Orb, round 2. CR really closing this gap. It's good to see. It's good to see, of course, a bit of momentum that we always like to talk about, confidence, whatever you want to call it, moving into their own map pick of Overpass. Proving that they can find some T rounds, because, you know, it really has escaped them for a while.
Well, there you go. Consolation at the very least. I mean, the big thing in this round is just Bartak keeping that AWP alive. There's no support around it. taking shots like that is actually pretty risky. Could be caught. Down second mid. But for the most part, he should be okay. Gonna tuck himself over towards that other spawn. Annihilation, realistically, would be the first one to take contact. If they go over towards kitchen, he'll hear it. And all of the rest. Nothing for Annihilation to be picked off. He's just essentially trying to protect the president here. And we'll do a good job of it. I'm surprised, in fact, to see CR Gaming not go for the hunt there. They have a lot of money to work with. They could afford, you know, dropping 1 or 2 and make sure that AWP doesn't stay alive. But for the most part, in these latter stages where the Mongols is not that much of a problem, would he have made a difference? Probably not. Bites come through. This time Annihilation will wield the scope as the M4s are picked up alongside him. One more round, one more mistake from CR Gaming is all that the Mongols need. Are they being made to work for it?
Yes, they certainly are at this point in time, which, like we say, is good to see. Keep the competition alive. CR Gaming. Really scary stuff from them. They win another one here. They probably get another off the back of it, right? So the gap is only, you'd say, 2 rifle rounds and a force buy away.
Close. Very
Isn't a
close.
lot. Yeah, it's not a lot when you think about it. So see whether they can keep it coming. Wanting to move towards the A site once again. Decent nade should come in here. I think a little late, actually. There you go. Takes it down onto Risk, I suppose. Blitz. And Bartak in towards Pip. Bartak good for 1. Techno also chiming in from the site. Does go overlooked. They weren't ready for the 4 on A. Azteca sends his life in. Kira going to find the double with the spray transfer. Leaving it all on to Annihilation. With that AWP far away. Molotov off, of course, for good measure. How very frustrating for him. Moto smoke coming in. And I think that will probably do it for him. However, in classic Asian style, he's just going to go walking through. How's he gotten away with this? USP. Oh, he lands a dink. But it's not enough. And CR keep the dream alive.
So much damage dealt. But unfortunately, hundreds of kills, the age-old saying, he didn't do enough on those final 2. The USP pulled out. Maybe an upgraded pistol might have been his saving grace. But all left bots and maybes. And they stay alive. CR Gaming. They are absolutely making the Mongols work for this one. Question being, of course, can they take it to the big letters? To OT? We hold, we wait. Once again, standard Utah coming through. That has been kind of the scenario, the talking point there for the Mongols in the CT side. The Utah usage was unbelievable to start off their triumphant run. I mean, Hina, again, taking the bulk of the damage. Has been the entry fragger down towards B. Been very costly to their armor. Augur's very quiet. Of course, for the Mongols with this lower buy, just the pistols, they're not really taking too much aggressive map control.
Azteca is fully committed to this flash. He's been there all round, just holding mouse 1. I'm expecting big things from this flash. Oh my god, they're going to get a smoke down on the CT side. He's going to be here all day. Waiting with his flash. Perfect moment. I bet it blinds nobody after all this.
Industry standard, a classic. But the balance just in front of Coffins. Oh, he pulls away from it. Actually, though, it can still work,
he's just wasting it, mate. He's just wasting it. There's no one there. There's no one there to capitalise on that. It buys him a few seconds. Yes. Yeah, I suppose so. There is a bit of spraying down, so they will be ready for it. Uh-oh. Techno opens up onto the first, gets a second. Azteca, he had another flash the whole time. Annihilation, no. Techno chiming in. Surely not. Oh, down middle. Bartak finds it. What a way for the game to end on the 5-7s and the Deagles. As you mentioned, CR, they just needed to slip once. And there it was against the pistols. The telegraphed B hit. They walked straight into the trap.
Of all the ways for that one to be concluded, I honestly didn't think it would be...